places there, but even like a Kleenex box could work. A Kleenex box is nice and light, and it can kind of take the place of a block. And so, yeah, a Yamuna ball is really good if you don't have a block. All right, awesome. So we're going to start off on the back and just take the block between your thighs at first. And go ahead and lie down on your back and just squeeze the block and notice which side is squeezing more strongly. It's probably the right side, stronger adductors on that side. And so if you can, just try to equalize by drawing the left leg into the block as firmly as the right side. And just feel that equilibrating action in the body. Left side squeezing as much as the right side. And see if you can pull up your inner arches, your inner ankle bones, your inner knees up towards the pelvic floor, and even beyond that, up towards the navel, and just feel that pull up of the inseam as you're squeezing towards the midline. So here we have the bottom half of the body on, which we did a lot of last month. And go ahead and just rotate your nose around in a circle or side to side, and just remember that softening of the neck work that we did while we were turning on the lower body. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then just go ahead and let that go. And you're going to take one leg up into the strap, and we've been taking it around the metatarsals, which I don't usually do, but right around the ball of the foot. But don't pull on it too hard. Just be gentle with your metatarsals and spread your toes apart, like you're spreading the ball of the foot to widen out against the strap. And then push your heel up as well and drop your sitting bone down into the ground, and just feel the back of your leg and notice how that is. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then go ahead and bend your leg and push up on your calf. And then just drop your fingers into the divot between the hamstrings, and from the back of the knee all the way down to the sitting bone. Just see if you can loosen up. And then when you're ready, go ahead and re-extend into your strap. You're widening across the ball of the foot. And then pretend that you still have that block between the thighs, and just feel the thighs squeezing towards the block, especially the left side, and pull up that inseam one more time, inner ankle, inner arch, inner knee, up past the pelvic floor to the navel, just to stabilize the body. We're also going to take the side waist, the right side waist to the left, as we take the right foot over towards the right. You don't have to go too far. Don't go so far that you start tipping off your left sitting bone. And your action of your right side belly moving over towards the left is going to stabilize you. If you're too tired holding up there, you could put your hand underneath your outer shin and just hold that leg up. You're reaching the inner heel more than the outer heel. For 3 and 2. And 1, and then just go ahead and bend your knee and flex your foot, and then on your inhalation, re-extend, push the heel away from you, and then point the toe. And then exhale and bend the knee and flex the foot. Draw your knee closer to your chest, and then inhale, push the heel away, and then point the toe. One more time, exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot, inhale, push the heel, and then point the toe. And then just take your left hand and just get it to the divot between the medial hamstring and your adductor there. Soften your leg up a little bit, and then just feel that tightness, and see if you can loosen up that junction between the hamstring and the inside thigh. And then one more time, extend out, inner heel reaching further than the outer heel. Just maintain that midline squeeze of the left thigh and that inseam pull up toward the pelvic floor. And then when you're ready, go ahead and pull that leg straight up. Go as slowly as you can. Switch the hand that's holding the strap and begin to feel the outer hip as you go about 6 inches over towards the left. So just go slow. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel in this outer hip area and reach your outer heel more than your inner heel. Take your right hand and lightly press that right thigh top away from you and lengthen out your right side waist. For 3, and 2, and 1. Take an easy inhale. As you exhale, bend your right knee, flex your foot, and pull your knee toward your chest. And then inhale, straighten the leg, push the heel away from you, and then point the toe. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And then just take your fingers into the divot between your IT band and your outer hamstring, your lateral hamstring, and see if you can loosen up along there. Could be pretty hard to drop your fingers into that little divot, but just see what you can get at. And then go ahead and let that go. Just shake out that leg on the floor and notice the difference between the two sides. What did you create in the length on the right side? And then when you're ready, go ahead and elevate your left leg up to the sky. Take that strap around the metatarsals and go as wide as you can across the ball of the foot and spread the toes. And then reach your heel up to the ceiling and drop your left sitting bone down. So you can feel the extension of that back leg. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then push the calf up away from you. Drop fingers into the divot between the hamstring from the knee down to the sitting bone. Loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. And then re-extend that leg. Pretend you've got that block between your thighs and squeeze your right thigh into the block and pull up your inner arch, your inner ankle, your inner knee, all the way past the pelvic floor toward the navel. And just use that to stabilize you. And then you're going to take your left belly and reach it over towards your right belly as you take your left leg out to the left. You're reaching your inner heel more than your outer heel. Don't go so far that your sitting bone comes off the ground. And if you want to, you can just use that left hand to support your left leg. And just extend that inner heel, extend that inner heel. Feel that stretch along the inside line of that leg. And keep reaching your left belly over to the right while your right thigh squeezes towards the midline and your right inseam is pulling up. For 3, and 2, and 1. Take an easy inhale. As you exhale, bend that knee into your chest and flex the foot. And then inhale, push the heel away and then point the toe. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, push the heel away and point the toe. Exhale, bend the knee and pull. Inhale, push the heel and point the toe. Exhale, bend. And inhale, push the heel and point the toe. And then just soften the knee a little bit and take your fingers into the divot between the medial hamstring and the inner thigh, the adductors, and see if you can loosen up one divot over from where you were in the hamstring work. And then let that go. And switch hands at the strap as you come up to center. Go as slowly as you can as you come over to the right side of the body. And you're going to feel the more in your outer left hip. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel. And then just reach your outer heel more than your inner heel. Now, so your left palm into that left thigh and just press that thigh away. For 3, and 2. And we'll take an easy inhale here. As you exhale, bend the knee and draw it into your chest. And then inhale, push that left heel away from you and point the toe. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Notice the difference between the two sides. You might have a lot more going on in one hip than the other. Inhale, push the heel, point the toe. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push. Soften that knee and then take your fingers in between the divot, between the outer hamstring, and the bottom of your IT band. Might be kind of hard to get in there, but just grab whatever you can and just see what you can work in terms of space on that outer bank of the leg. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then re-extend that up. And bend the knee and let it go. And just shake your leg out on the mat and just notice how that went. And then go ahead and bend your right knee into the chest. Re-engage that left thigh into your imaginary block. Pull up that left inseam, inner arch, inner ankle bone, inner knee. Pass the top of the leg to the navel. And then as you inhale, drop your knee out to the side. Point the toe and touch the floor. And as you exhale, draw that knee into the chest. Flex the foot and then straighten it up to the ceiling. It might not go too far to the ceiling, but just go a little extension so you can feel that hamstring work that we just did, opening the back of the leg. Inhales out to the side, toe touches. Exhale, draw knee into chest, flex foot, and extend leg. Inhale, knee out to side, toe touches down. Exhale, knee into chest, straighten the leg. 1 more of those, out to side, touch toe, and flex foot, knee into chest, extend. And now we're going to go the other way. Point the toe and drop it down to the floor, and then inhale the knee out to the side, and exhale, draw the knee into the chest, flex the foot, and extend. So now the toe is pointing straight ahead first, then we're dropping out to side and coming in. Try to keep that midline squeeze of that left adductor on. The left inseam pull is still stabilizing the body for this action. Last 2, point straight ahead, out to side, then flex, straighten the leg. And last 1. And then just let that go. And bend left knee into chest, inhale, knee out to side, point the toe down, and then exhale into chest and straighten the leg up. It might not go all the way, so just be sensitive. The right thigh adductor is squeezing into the imaginary block, and the right inseam is on to stabilize the body as you go. 2 more. Inhale, knee out to side, toe touches. Exhale, knee comes into chest, flex foot, extend leg. Last 1. And now we're going to reverse. Take your toe and point it straight ahead. Then drop the knee out on the inhale. Exhale, in and straighten. Point toe down, inhale out. Exhale in. Keep your adductor on the right side. Keep your inseam pull up. Stabilizing your body from wobbling too much to the side as the knee goes out. For 3. And 2, and 1, and then just let that go and drop it down. Okay, now we've stretched out and warmed up our hamstrings a little bit, and now we're going to turn them on. You're going to take your block between your glute and the back of your ankle, and you're just going to press that block in between your heels. So as you pull your heel towards your glute, your hamstrings are going to activate, your glute's going to be on. Same action, adduction on the left, squeeze your left thigh into imaginary block, pull up your left inseam, and then inhale your right knee out to the side, and then exhale, pull it into chest. You're not going to be able to flex your foot fully because you'll drop your block, but you can flex it a little bit. And then inhale out to side, and exhale, pull in. Inhale out to side, and exhale, pull in. If you feel like it, switch your direction. Inhaling, toes tap straight down. And exhale. exhaling, draw around the neck. 3, 2, and 1. And then just let that go. Stretch that leg up to the ceiling and just give one more massage. Push the calf up and get your hands into the divots because you just tightened up those hamstrings doing that little activation work. Very good for stabilizing the outer hip too for Sarah, who requested some outer hip work. Here we go. Left block is on the left glute and hooked into the left ankle bone. Pull your right thigh into your imaginary block. Pull up your right inseam. And then inhale that knee out to the side and exhale, pull knee into chest. Inhale, drop, point toe, exhale, draw knee in. You're not going to be able to flex fully or you'll lose your block, but you can go a little bit and stabilize with that right side. 3, 2, and 1. And then go the other direction. And then when you're ready, let that go. And just push up your calf one more time. And massage your hamstrings just a little bit. Come back to where we were. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then when you're ready, just take your knees into your chest and rock back and forth until you rock yourself all the way up. And then we're going to come stand at the front of the mat in a forward fold. And just notice as you forward fold how that works along the back line of the leg. Energized, loosened, engaged, or maybe even tighten the hamstrings if you didn't get enough massage at the end there. So just noticing how that affected your body, and let the base of the skull go completely as you bend one knee side to side, just keeping up that extension in the back leg. Hopefully you have some warmth in your hamstrings. You can feel that work a little bit. For 3, then 2, and 1. And then inhale, look halfway up, and exhale, step your right foot back. Lift and spread your left toes. Look in your left foot side to side. For 3, and 2, and 1. Then set that left foot down. Drop your right knee down and scooch it back as far as you can go and take your left sitting bone in a circle. Not too much weight into your blocks. See if you can stay kind of light on your blocks. And then when you're ready, go the other direction. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then back up your right hip over your knee so that you're in Ardha Hanuman. You might need to pick up your foot and reset it. And then draw your sternum forward and go ahead and forward fold. Lift in your cattail. As if you had a long tail that's going to touch the ceiling. Push into your left big toe mound and feel that back line of the leg. We were just energizing. We were turning on the hamstring with the block work, and we were extending it before that. See if you can find a little extra stretch there. And then walk your blocks forward towards the right. Walk your left block further than your right block. Press your hips back to the left side of the mat and elongate on the left side body. Breathe into the bottom left shoulder blade tip and exhale out the left belly. Inhale, bottom tip of left shoulder blade, exhale left belly. Inhale and exhale. And just notice that pumping action along the left side body from the inhalation and the exhalation there. Focus on that left respiratory diaphragm. Becca was asking about this. You just want to focus for a moment on that pumping action on the left side. Really inhale, fill up that back tip of the shoulder blade and see if you can feel the respiratory diaphragm pressing down into the belly cavity. And then as you exhale, that respiratory diaphragm draws up toward the lungs and it pulls up on the belly, draws the belly in. So just noticing that pumping action on the left side of the body from the respiratory diaphragm. Then firm your right palm into the block, unfurl your left arm, go wide across the collarbones, press back between your shoulder blades, your little dolphin fin, and get a little base of skull action going back too, without flattening the back of your neck. Try to keep a little curve in the back of your neck, and reach up into those fingertips. So your inner collarbone, inner left collarbone, you're really reach and elongate up, and then dive that left hand into your right sideways and drape your right ear towards your right shoulder. As if your left neck and left shoulder top are made out of taffy. Elongate there as much as possible. And then go ahead and lift your left shoulder up and forward and down. You're making a forward shoulder roll here. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Take your left hand to the block, walk it underneath the right block. You're going to push your hips to the left again. Press your right knee into the mat and then turn your left belly to the right and walk that block, left block a little further towards the back mat. Turn the palm over, creep your fingers away from you, and then pull your left shoulder blade towards the front of the mat so you really make that back of the arm as long as possible. For 3 and 2. Breathe into your left respiratory diaphragm here. Really breathe into that left bottom to the shoulder blade. Exhale, left belly. And then release. Come out of there and go ahead and bend the left knee. Put that foot on the floor. See if you can find your left edge of sacrum drawing back and down to equilibrate a little bit. And without getting uneven in your hips, see if you can draw forward. You try not to let your left hip win as you come in. Your right glute, your right hand you're going to turn on. Left hand plugs into top of thigh, right palm comes forward and up. Extend, extend, extend. As your right glute and hamstring are a little stronger, a little more engaged because of that work we did with the block, you might find more extension on this front line than you usually have. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then release. Take your left foot out to the corner of your mat and then press into your big toe mound once again. So here we are, Ardha Hanuman, but now we've shifted our left foot more out to the side. Just fan your foot side to side again. Here we are in the back line of this leg for all these sitters and travelers. Hamstring openers. 3, 2, and 1. Now walk your blocks inside. Curl your right toes under, lift and straighten that back leg. We're coming into this warrior 2 preparation. You can leave your fingertips down on the block, or you can take your hands up onto your waist. You choose. Inhale, straighten, pull your right thigh towards the back skin of the leg. Go as wide as you can across the pelvis, and then exhale, bend. And as you bend, keep externally rotating that left thigh. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And then just go ahead and take your hands down inside of the front foot so that you're dropping right heel lifts up so that you're dropping down into a lizard. Your left knee is just pulling right up against your left shoulder. Pull your right hip forward and reach your right heel back until your right quad gets really firm. You can squeeze your right knee. As you sink your left sitting bone down, you're going to just take it in a little bit of a circle. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then just go ahead and lift that left leg all the way up into the sky, bend the knees, stack the hips. The left foot is on your left hand, is pulling your left heel really close to the glute, and then just draw your left knee a little further back. For 3 and 2 and 1. Take an easy inhale here. As you exhale, launch up on the ball of the right foot. Take the shoulders forward over the wrist. Then take the left knee to the nose. Cat arch the back. Lift that thigh into the belly and reach the base of the skull forward. As you widen across the collarbone, see if you can lift up your dolphin fin even more. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then inhale your way up and take your knee in a big circle up and forward and down. Keep pulling your right hip towards midline as you do that, so you're still working the bottom leg. You don't want to sit out to the side. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then go ahead and step your left foot forward. And this time we're going to block that foot and pull the right foot a little closer. Lift up your left toes and spread them. And like you have a little foot in your hip, pull your hip foot up into the socket as well. And then just go ahead and take your pelvis slightly side to side. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then step your right foot forward a little bit or a lot, depending on how the back line of your leg is feeling today. As you inhale, reach your tail up to the ceiling again, expand your sternum forward, and then exhale your outer left heel down into the mat. Feel the lateral edge of your calf, your hammy. If you've been sitting a lot, you'll notice this more than usual. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center and exhale over towards the right with your pelvis, and your inner left heel will drop into the mat. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just go side to side, lengthening, widening the calf, feeling the hamstrings. And then go ahead and take all the way into your right foot. Turn your left block. Keep your heel on that block. Your toes are parallel. You're going to walk your right hand over towards the right again. Your left hand comes a little further than your right hand. Straighten your left leg any amount and press your foot over towards the left. And then just breathe into that bottom tip of your left shoulder blade on the inhale. And exhale out left belly. And just see if you can tune into the pumping action of your respiratory diaphragm. As you inhale, it presses down into the visceral cavity, and as you exhale, it pulls up towards the lung cavity, and it kind of suctions your belly in. Inhale, bottom tip of shoulder blade. Exhale, up belly. Inhale, and exhale. And rebend your knee. Come back to center. Shift your right foot way back. Pull your right hip forward a little bit. Reach your right hip back until your right quad is pretty tight. And you've got a lot of tightness in your knee. And then come up on your right fingertips and stabilize your left forearm into your left thigh. Go ahead and drop down into your sitting bones. Lower, 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 lower. And then swing your pelvis forward. So we should have a little more room today in this psoas side, because of that exercise we started with. So really squeeze your right glute, and your right hammy can be working. And you're going to feel a little longer on this right sideline. And then go ahead and take a look up, spread your upper foot intercostal, and then exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt, squeeze your glute, open up your front leg. Exhale. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale. And now we'll just drop that right knee down, take your right block down a notch, turn your hand into it and unfurl your left arm up to the sky, reach your interlock collarbone out to fingertips, exhale, left shoulder blade a little closer to spine, and then dive that down into your right side waist again. One more time, drape that right ear toward the right shoulder and make a shoulder blade roll up and forward and down, extending along on the side of the neck, softening inside of neck, softening throat tissue. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to take that left hand inside, left arch of foot, right hand on the other block, Turn toes under, lift right leg. And again, firm that right quad, squeeze the right knee. You're pretty strong in the bottom half of the body. You're squeeze a block between, an imaginary block between your thighs as well. And really wide across the collarbone. Lift up in your dolphin pin and see if you can get as soft in your neck as you can. Take a big nose circle. Just softening throat tissue, softening sides of the neck. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and step your left foot back, high plank. Draw your navel up to spine and pull it up under your rib cage as the hip press come forward and the heels go back. Lifting up your dolphin fin. You just want to really use the front side of your body as firmly as possible. For 3, and 2, and 1. Now, all the way into the left hand, we're going to come out to the outer left edge of the foot. Use your right hand to pull up your right sideways. Unfurl your right arm up to sky, and then step the right foot behind you. And come onto the ball of your foot as you engage your glutes. Lift up your pelvis. Really squeeze both glutes. Try to touch the ceiling with your right hip. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just go ahead and come back over and step your right foot in between the hands. Turn your blocks up and lift your right foot and fan your foot side to side as you spread those toes. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then drop that foot down. Left knee comes down and then scooch it back as far as it can go and make a little sitting bone circle. Try to stay kind of light in your palms. And when you're ready, go the other direction. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then we're going to come Ardha Hanuman back with your left hip over your knee. Pick up your foot, reach your sternum forward, and then as if you were a cat with a long tail, see if you can touch the ceiling with your tail. Push into your right big toe mound and fan your foot side to side. Notice the difference between the two sides. Where are you keeping the majority of your hamstring tightness? On the left or on the right? For 3, and 2, and 1. And then we're going to walk over towards the left. Walk your right block further than your left block. Pin your hips over towards the right side of the mat. Push your left knee into the mat and then turn your belly a little bit to the left as you extend that right arm as far as you can get it. Breathe into your upper right collarbone and then exhale, right side of the rib cage drops towards the back. Inhale, upper right collarbone. Exhale, right belly. Inhale and exhale. We usually exhale out the left belly, but I just wanted you to notice because Becca was noticing about the respiratory diaphragm here, the difference between pumping mostly on the right side, what we usually do. So you're inhaling here into the right side. Just see if you can feel that respiratory diaphragm pressing down into the belly cavity, and then exhale, pulling up the belly. The right side's better at the exhalation than the left side. And then just firm your left hand into the block, unfurl your right arm up to the sky, reach wide across your collarbones and press your dolphin fin back, and then get the base of the skull a little bit active towards the back, but don't flatten the back of your neck. You want to keep a little curvature in the back of the neck. Reach that inner right collarbone up to fingertips. Exhale, right shoulder blade a little closer to spine, and then dive that right hand down to the left sideways. Drape left ear down. Left shoulder, elongate right side neck, right top of shoulder. And then lift your right shoulder top up and back and down. You're going the other direction you went on the other side, trying to release that right levator step down the back. 3, 2, soften throat. And 1. And then as you draw that right hand back down to block, pin your hips over towards the right. Push your knee into the ground and walk your block underneath your left arm. Turn your belly from right to left. When you've gotten your block as far as you can go, turn your palm over and stitch your fingers a little further towards the back of the mat and pull your right shoulder blade towards the front of the mat and get a lot of tension and traction going on the right outside arm. For 3, and 2. Breathe into your right side. Feel that pumping action of the respiratory diaphragm on the right side. And then release. Come back around to the front. You're going to drop your right foot down. Stack your left hip over your left knee. And then see if you can get your right edge so you can come back and drop down. You're trying to keep it equilibrated as you come forward. So feel your left glute, your left hammy a little more online than usual because of that block you did. As you come forward, you're trying not to let your right hip win. Right hand's going to bury into the right thigh, left palm goes forward and up. See if you can find a little more extension along that left front line. 3. Lift and spread, upper front intercostals as you look up. 2. And 1. And then release. Straighten out your front leg again and take your foot off to the upper right corner of your mat so your Ardha Hanuman is a little wider. Press your big toe round forward. Bend your foot, spread your toes. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and take your hands. I think we did this next. Inside. Is that right? Oh, yes, we did that. You're so right. Thank you. So curl your left toes under. No, you were absolutely right. Curl your left toes under and straighten your left leg and walk your blocks around to the side and then pull your left thigh towards the back skin of the leg. Take an easy inhale here, and as you exhale, bend your right knee and externally rotate that right palm. Inhale, straighten. Pull wide across the pelvis. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And then we're going to go ahead and take the hands inside of that right foot. Pull your right knee up against your right shoulder. Lift your left heel up. Pull your left hip forward. Push your left heel back so your left quad is tight. You can squeeze your left knee and then sink the right sitting bone down and make a little circle. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then we're just going to take that right leg all the way up in the air, bend the knees, stack your hips. Pull left thigh, left outer hip to center, midline of the body. Turn on your right glute, your right hammy. Pull that right heel really close to the glute and then reach that right knee a little further back. For 3, and 2. And we'll take an easy inhale. As you exhale, launch up on the ball of the left foot. Take the shoulders forward over the wrist. Right knee to the nose, cat arch the back. Really draw your right thigh up into the belly. Wide across the collarbones and lift into your dolphin fin. Try to soften your neck. 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale your way back up. And make a couple of circles with that knee forward and back. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then we're just going to step that right foot forward. This time we're going to block that foot. Your left foot can come forward just a little bit if it wants to. And then just go ahead and pull your right toes up towards your upper body, spread them. And then like you have a little foot in your right hip, pull that foot in. Really get that femur head close up to its socket. And then just go ahead and waggle your head side to side. Feel the tightness of your hamstrings. You're releasing. 3, 2, and 1. And then step forward a little bit or a lot. Inhale, lift your tail and reach your sternum forward. Again, you're thinking about that cat tail. Exhale your outer right heel down into the mat. Your hips are going to go over towards the right. Feel the outer line of your right calf, maybe your right hammies. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center, and exhale. Hips over to left. Inner right heel. Drop to the mat for 3, 2, and 1. And then just go side to side. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then go ahead and turn your block. Set your heel. Your toes are equilibrated. And then take your block over to the left. Reach your right hand further than your left hand. Straighten your right leg in and on it. Push your hips over towards the right. And then just feel the pump of that right diaphragm. Inhale. Press that respiratory diaphragm down towards your belly, and then exhale. Pull it up as your ribs drop in. Inhale. Exhale, right belly. Inhale. Your right rib cage expands. Exhale, right belly. Just feeling that pumping action. Then rebend your knee, draw your left block into center, and step your left foot back. Go ahead and pull your left hip forward, reach your left heel back. You've got that strong left quad again. You're pulling your left knee tight, and then just sink down, those sitting bones, and pull your pelvis forward a little bit. And just feel that line, left line lengthening more than usual. And then go ahead and swing your hips forward, lift and spread, upper front intercostals. Take a look up. Left glute should really be working, left hammy on. Exhale, inhale, log tilt. Exhale, Peloton. Inhale, log tilt. Exhale. Inhale, log tilt. Exhale, Peloton. And then just take your left knee down. You're going to turn your left block down a notch. Left hand comes onto that unfurl your right arm up to sky again. Reach inner right collarbone out to fingertips. Exhale, right shoulder blade towards spine. And then diving that right hand into left sideways again. Break left ear onto left shoulder. Lengthening right side of neck, right shoulder top. And then right shoulder top comes up and back and down. Making that same direction circle we were working before. Elongating side of neck for 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. Right hand comes tucking into right foot arch. Left block comes down a notch. Curl your left toes under. Lift. Left hip crest comes forward. Left heel goes back. Left quad is strong. Left knee is tight. And pull in that right hip and right knee. Squeeze to midline, imaginary block, and then just loosen up as much as you can in the neck and in the throat, in the jaw, and in the top of the mouth. Let your tongue be soft into the bottom of the mouth as you take your nose circle. 3, 2, and 1. And then just step your right foot back, high plank. Hip pressures go forward, heels are back. Tuck your navel all the way up to the spine and draw it up under the rib cage as you get your dolphin pin as high as you can, your neck as soft as you can. For 3, and 2. And we're all the way to the right hand. We're going to come to the outer edge of the right foot. Use your left hand to pull your sideways up to the sky. Unfurl your left hand all the way up there. Inner left collarbone reaching up, and then step your left foot back onto the ball of the foot. Squeeze your glutes and take your hips higher. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then we're going to go ahead and step the left foot forward in between the hands. Take the right foot to meet. Inhale halfway up, and exhale, forward fold. Couple of deep breaths here in your forward fold. For 3, 2. And 1. And then inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee down. Try to equilibrate your pelvis so your left sacrum is coming back, and then inhale the hands up. Anjaneyasana, interlace your fingers, turn the palms up, really stabilize into your right glute, your right hand. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, coming all the way down. Step your left foot back. Come down, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling into your cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Elongate both side bodies. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Inhale, the right leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Right glute is on, right hand is on. Pull the knee back. 3, 2, 1. And then rotate forward and down. 3, 2. And 1, and then step your right foot forward, drop your left knee down, stabilize into left glute, left hammy. Inhale, hands up, take the opposite index finger in front. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up, spread upper foot intercostals. Try to get your left side body as long as your right side body. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hands to blocks. Launch off your left foot. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, forward. Take the weight into your heels. Come on up to the flat. Squeeze your glutes. Keep your hands on. Look up. Spread your intercostals. And then forward, all the way down. Uttan. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down. Stabilize into your left foot. Your left hand. Come on up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up. Soften neck. Soften throat. Squeeze the imaginary block between your thighs instead of using your neck to stabilize yourself. Exhale, coming down. And right leg lifts up. Oh, were we here last time? Okay, thank you. Knees, chest, inhaling, cobra, and downward facing dog. Okay, now let's lift the left leg up. That was the problem. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Left glute is on, left hand is on. Pull left knee back, open up front line, left hip. And then go ahead and make some circles forward and down with that side. 3, 2, and 1. And then step that left foot in between the hands. We're going to drop your right knee down, stabilize into right glute. Come on up, opposite index finger in front. Turn your palms up. Squeeze the imaginary block between your thighs instead of using your neck to stabilize yourself. 3, 2, and 1. And then just take the hands down. Launch off the back foot. Inhale, looking halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the weight into the heels. Come on up with a flat back. Glutes are on. Hammies are on. Nice back bend. Exhale. Uttan. Inhale. Look halfway up. Exhale. Step your right foot back. Drop your knee down. Come on up. Use your right glute. Use your right hand. Interlace fingers. Turn up. Soft neck. Squeeze imaginary block at thigh level instead. And then go ahead and release. Step your left foot back. Come down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Use your glutes. Use your hammies here in your up dog. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, and then knee, stack the hip. Use your glute, use your hammy to squeeze the heel towards the glute and pull the knee back. And then big hip circle. Now think about that block we had and squeeze your imaginary block between your heel and your glute here. And then step your right foot forward. Left knee comes down, left boot is on, left hand is on. Inhale, hands up, opposite index finger in front. Soft neck. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, launch up your back foot. Exhale, forward fold. Take the weight of the heels, come on up to the front. Look up. Exhaling. Last one, here we go, all the way down. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back, drop your left knee down, stabilize into your left glute. As your hands come, you're going to take the opposite index finger in front. Stretch long left side body. Soften your throat tissue. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. Right knee comes back, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling. Cobra. Upward facing dog. Oh, and then downward facing dog. This time the left leg comes up. Glute and the hammies are on. Think about that imaginary block squeeze. And then just take a couple of knee circles. 3, 2, and 1. And then left foot comes in between the hands. Right knee comes down, stabilize into right glute, right hamstring. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Launch up off the back foot. Inhale, look halfway up. And exhale, forward fold. Really release the base of the skull away from the shoulder tops. Lengthen the neck. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then just look down at your feet. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Lift up your inner arch, your inner ankle along your inner knee. Inhale, bend the knees, rotate up, Utkatta. 3, 2, 1. Lengthen that right sideways. And then exhale your right elbow outside your left thigh. Press your hips over towards the right. Push your left knee forward. Turn your belly from right to left. For 3, and 2, and 1. All the way to the left foot, and just pick up your right heel. Squeeze an imaginary block between the thighs, and just slowly take that right foot back, and reinvigorate your twist. 3. Right hip goes right, left knee comes forward. Twist the belly from right to left. 2, and 1. And then release your hands down inside of that foot. Drop your right heel down. And then same action we were doing before as we prepare for the warrior two. Straighten the left leg, pull the right thigh back. Go as wide as you can across the hip crest, and then bend your left knee and externally rotate that left thigh. You're going to take arms out to a T, elongate, elongate. Left belly is turning to the right, gazes over your left hand. For 3, and 2. And when now drop your right hand down, turn your left palm to the sky, elongate left side body, right ear drapes down. 3, 2, and 1. And then really straighten your left leg, contract your right side waist. Lengthen out. Left edge of body, hand to a block or to the shin. Unfurl your right arm. Reach inner collarbone up. Pull right shoulder blade slightly in. And breathe your dolphin fin back behind you. Turn your left belly to the right. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. Right hand comes down onto a block. Pick up your right heel and hop your right foot forward a little bit. so that you're in a pyramid posture. Pull your left toes up and your little foot hip. Pull your left foot hip in so that femur head pulls into the socket for 3 and 2 and 1. And then just drop your sternum down, reach forward, walk your blocks as far away from you as you can get. Lengthen your side bodies as you pull your left hip back for 3 and 2 and 1. Then bend your left knee, step your right foot forward, roll up 1 vertebra at a time, bring a block with you. Lift and spread your left toes and get really stable into your left foot. And then we're just going to bend the right knee. First, catch your right ankle and just pull the heel close to the glute. You want your right glute on, you want your right hand be pulling that heel in, and your right knee is pulling back. We've been working this balance throughout the class. And now we're going to take that block back between the glute and the heel. Now you feel your hamstring on. Try not to dump into your rib cage. Inhale your hands up over the head, and exhale, you're going to forward fold really slowly. And then hands alongside the body. 3, 2, 1. Now go ahead and grab that block, take it down on the ground, elongate that leg, and take your hands onto your blocks. 3 and 2 and 1, and then release that right foot down next to your left foot. Bend 1 knee at a time. Then into your right calf, your right hamstrings a little bit, loosening up. We just work them in that side ankle, and then inhale, bend the knees, rotate up. Now elongate your left side body this time, and then take left elbow outside the left thigh. Push your hips over towards the left side of your mat. Reach your right knee forward and turn your left belly to the right. 3, 2, 1. All the way to the right. We're just going to pick up the left heel and then squeeze to midline, biceps, ribs, and take that left foot slowly back, and then reinvigorate your twist. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. And we're going to find that same position we were in before. Either your hands can come onto your blocks or onto your waist. Straighten both legs for a moment. Pull that left thigh bone back to the back skin of the leg. And then as you rebend, externally rotate that quad. Your right belly's moving to the left, hands extend, gaze over your right hand. 3, you might feel that right hamstring work in a different place. You might feel your right adductors more. 2, and 1. Flip your right palm, sky that up. Lengthen on that right side body, drape your left ear. 3, 2, and 1. And then straighten your right leg. Keep contracting your left sideways as you reach out. Right side waist is super long. Right hand to a block or to your ankle. And then unfurl left arm up to sky. Reach left inner collarbone up. Pull left shoulder blade slightly in. Trikonasana, belly's rotating from right to left. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're just going to take that left hand down, pick up your left heel, draw it in a little bit, and you're coming to your pyramid posture on the other side. Inhale, look halfway up, pull up your right toes, pull up your right hip foot into the socket, pull your right hip back. 3, 2, One, and then forward fold a little more deeply and walk your blocks forward as far as they can go. Really elongate the side bodies. Not elevating the shoulder top so much as reaching the lowest ribs towards the top of the head. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then go ahead and step that left foot forward. Roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way into the right foot. Bend the left knee, catch the ankle, pull that heel close to the glute. Left glute is on, left hand is on, and then pull the knee back to open up the front line even further. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take that block in between the glute and the heel. Left hamstring weaker, and many people left glute weaker, so you might feel this a lot more, just even holding it here. And we're going to tip forward, arms alongside of waist. 3, 2, and 1. And then just release that block out of there. Straighten your leg out. Warrior 3 prep here for 3. And 2. And 1. And then release. Touch down that left foot. Get a little massage going in your calf and in your hammies. And bend one knee and then the other. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then go ahead and come all the way down. And we're going to find that bolster. And if you have a wall available to you, you might want to get close up to the wall. So I'm going to put my ribs on my bolster or my big pillow or whatever I've got available to me. I'm going to curl my toes under, and then I'm going to reach my right hand up towards the wall. It's not about this shoulder top thing. It's really about elongating from the lowest right rib as I creep my hands up and my right foot goes back, and I'm trying to elongate as long as I can on that side body. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. Just wiggle your pelvis side to side. And then come up and left arm reaches. Curl your left toes under. Reach your left heel back. Climb your fingers up, 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 up. Elongate left side body, getting longer, longer, longer. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. Take a break. Pelvis go side to side. And then here we go, both arms up. Reach into your wall, whatever you've got. Elongate, stretching armpit, chest. 3. Navel reaching forward away from pubic bone. 2. And 1. And then go ahead and come down. If you're up against the wall, you can scooch away from it, but you don't have to. And then you're just going to come, what we've been practicing the last few weeks after this balancing work of opening the front line a little bit. Bending both knees, using your glutes and your hamstrings here as if you're squeezing that imaginary block between your glute and your heel. And then take your hands around one at a time, reach your ankles, press your ankles back, and just open up. Wide across the collarbones. Lengthen up the base of the skull towards the top of the head. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. And pelvis go side to side. Great. Feel free to take another one. Feel free to rest If you want to take the bolster out from under your rib cage and try another one, go for it. Wherever you'd like to go with that. Really nice. Tune into the front line. See if you opened up the front line of either side. And when you feel ready, just let that go and press back very slowly, child's pose. Breathing into the kidney band. Just notice that pumping action on both sides now, the respiratory diaphragm, breathing evenly into it. For 3. And 2. And 1. All right, now we're going to lie down on the back, and we're going to start on the right side. Actually, maybe I'll keep this. Okay, so you're lying down on your right side, and you can pillow your head into your right elbow, or if you want to use your block or your ball or whatever, that's okay. And then you're going to go ahead and let's stretch that top arm and leg away from each other for a second. So hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. Rotate your left wrist a little bit to release it and push your left heel away from you and make the left edge of your body as long as it can get. And then go ahead and place your left heel down behind you. So this is similar to what we were doing in that Vasishta pose earlier in the class. So your left knee is reaching back behind you at first, and you've got your left wrist in your right hand. As your left knee goes back, your left armpit's going to come forward, almost like you're going to touch your nose to the floor, but you're not going to collapse like that. You're just going to make a reach. And you're trying to get into this side body. It's a good place to feel that respiratory diaphragm. So really pump your left respiratory diaphragm by breathing in. Bottom tip, left shoulder blade, exhaling left belly. And then let your wrist go. Open up the left hand. See if you can track the fingers with your gaze as it opens out behind you, all the way down over the floor, and your left knee comes over towards the right. Arch your back. Reach your left hip away from you. Pull your left shoulder blade down towards your left hip and reach your right belly over towards the left. So your belly's going uphill. 3, 2, 1. And then left knee comes up, hand comes back, track the fingers with your gaze if you can. Reach your left knee out to the left and reach your left armpit over towards the right, like you're going to touch your nose to the floor. And then inhale, open to the twist as the left knee comes over towards the right. Arch your back, reach your knee away from you. And then return the hand. Left knee comes back, nose almost touches the floor. Breathe into that left respiratory diaphragm. Pump that left respiratory diaphragm. And then open up. Arch the back. Belly goes uphill. And exhale. Twist. Inhale. Open up. Belly goes uphill. Arch the back. Exhale. Knee goes to left. Catch the hand. Reach the left armpit forward. Breathe into the respiratory diaphragm. Pump the left side. Inhale. Left knee to right. Opening up. Exhale. Coming forward. Inhale. Open out. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, open out, knee goes right, arch the back, belly goes uphill. Exhale, hand comes back, knee goes left, armpit goes, left armpit goes right. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then just let that go and lie flat on your back and just see if you can notice any change between the two sides, that action we were doing. For 3, 2, and 1. And then when you're ready, you just turn over onto your left side. You can cradle your head into your left arm. And then we're just going to catch the right wrist with that left hand. Push your right heel away, elongate the right side body. Notice the difference in the placement of the tightness on the right side. And then take your right foot down onto the ground behind you. Inhale, reach your right knee back and pull your right armpit chest toward the front, and as if you're going to touch your nose to the ground. And then as you inhale, you're going to open up your hand, shift clockwise. Well, I guess from below clockwise. Your right knee's reaching left, arch your back, reach your knee away. Right shoulder blades reaching towards the pelvis. Belly's going uphill from left to right. 3, 2, 1. Release the hand around. Right knee goes left. Right armpit chest reaches towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Pump the right respiratory diaphragm here. Feel your rib cage expand and contract. And your next inhalation, open up. And as you exhale, close. Right knee goes right. Right up the chest comes forward. Inhale, open. Right knee goes left. Belly's going uphill. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. And just lie on your back. Just notice any changes. Right side catch up with the left side. And then, if you would like to take an inversion, you can take your legs up the wall right now, or come into a shirsha, your choice. Or if you'd like to go right to rolling, you can take that alcohol into your glutes. Probably have a little tightness there. So your choice, what you would like to do. Okay, I see some legs up. Feet a roll on your alpha, feet together. Wow, Becca, that was really lovely. Good job. If you're upside down, just notice blood and lymph flowing back down towards the pelvis, kind of irrigating the hamstring and glutes that we were working. Stay up as long as you want. When you feel ready, you can come back down. Breathe in your child's pose for a moment. And then, whenever you're ready, go ahead and lie down on your back and take that alpha ball into your right glute. Just roll around on there. If you find kind of an interesting spot, pin it and lift your right knee into the air and make a circle. Your left heel can come off the ground. Your left knee could join your right knee to make it more intense if you need to, but you may be feeling a lot of sensation already. For 3, and 2, and 1. Now straighten your right leg out completely. Turn your navel 45 degrees to the right. So now you're on your glute med. You can feel that there. Stay there. If you want to, you could come up on your forearm and get a little bit more sensation. Bury the outer edge of your right foot in the mat and bend and straighten your right knee, and you'll get into that glute med. 3, 2, and 1. And then just go ahead and sit up a little higher. Turn your navel back so that you're going straight ahead and roll that ball in front of your sitting bone. So here you are right on the hamstring attachment to the sitting bone. And you're just going to rotate your right foot from side to side. Your hamstrings are going over that attachment. You can take your pelvis with you if you want to roll your pelvis across those hamstring tendons. 3, 2, 1. Now roll down a little bit so you're right in the belly of the hamstrings. Same thing, your foot's going side to side, your pelvis can go side to side. If your wrists are getting tired, you can come up on your fists. 3, 2, and then roll again, roll the ball down so that you're a little bit above the knee. Turn your foot side to side. Feel those ropey tendons. And then come down just so you're touching the back of the knee pit. Okay. And then go ahead and lie down on your back. And lift your right leg up to the sky. And one more time, just push into that calf and release the hamstrings. Get into those divots. Try to find some relaxation. So probably going to be a little sore in your hamstrings, but I've been trying to loosen up so we can just get tighter, tighter, tighter in there. And then go ahead and let that go. Just notice any difference between the two sides from that brief roll. And then we're going to take that ball into the left side. So go ahead and put it under your left glute and rotate. If you find an interesting spot, you could pin it and lift your left knee and make a little circle. Your right heel can come off the floor. Your right knee could join your left knee if you need more sensation. For 3, and 2, and 1. Now straighten out your left leg completely. Turn your navel 45 degrees to the left. Now you're on your glute med. Stay there. Or if you feel like it, you could hike up on your forearm, bury the outside edge of your left foot, and then bend it straight, bend it straight. Just notice the difference between the two sides. Which outer hip is more tight. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just sit up a little bit and roll the ball right in front of your sitting bone, but on the left side. And then just turn your left foot side to side. You can move your hips with that, rolling laterally across your hamstrings. For 3, 2. And when I roll the ball down a little bit, more into the belly of the muscle, keep turning your foot side to side. If your wrists get tired, turn your hands over into fists. 3, 2, 1. And then roll down a little bit. You're getting closer to the top of the back of the knee. 3, 2, 1. And then touching the top of the knee pit with the ball. 3, 2, and 1. And then when you're ready, just lie down on your back, take your left leg up in the air, push, 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 shake out. One more time. Try to loosen up, hammies. And when you're ready, just let that go and just notice and feel if that side caught up with the other side. And then just sink down, let your body sink into the mat. Let go of the back of your legs. Take an easy inhale through the nose. Long, slow exhalation out the mouth. Inhaling nose. Sighing out the mouth. Inhaling nose. Let everything go. Rolling over on your right side into the fetal position. Taking a moment of gratitude for the miracle of your body. For your strong legs and your strong arms. For the good gift of eyes that see and ears that hear. Such amazing blessings. And then grounding your left palm down into the mat, press gently up to seated. Allowing your head